Hi, everybody. This is Lisa Kessler from Kessler Insurance, and I am so happy to be here today on behalf of Cheers for Charity New Hampshire. And I'm here with my fantastic partner, Joanne Burchuck. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you. Yes, I'm Joanne Burchuck. I'm with Lighthouse Physical Therapy. And today we're really happy to announce we have Jean, is it Grover? Grover.
Grover.
Yep, Grover from Vouchers for Veterans. And Jean, I look forward to hearing all about your program and how it works. So go right ahead. Tell us all about it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Joanne, and thank you, Lisa. Our program was started about 5 years ago as a way to thank our veterans for what they've done for us, our freedoms, and at the same time to help a underappreciated group of people, which is the farmer, the New Hampshire farmer. They work so hard because we're not really a farming land. And we wanted to be able to put these two people together, the veterans and the farmers, and do something wonderful for both of them. So what we do is in the month of September, which is also Hunger Awareness Month, and we run a program the entire month at 5 different farmers markets. And that program is any veteran that comes to the farmers market with proof of residency and a military ID will receive $20 each week in the month of September to purchase anything basically at the farmers market. And what this does is it brings the veterans together in a clean, healthy atmosphere where they sit and they talk. And it's really important that they talk because combat veterans will only talk to other combat veterans. They never say anything. They don't tell their wives, they don't tell their families, they never talk about what they've been through. This is an opportunity for them to come together and sit down at a table and actually tell their story to each other. And sometimes 60 years later, it's the first time they've ever told their story to anybody. And they realize that this is no, they're not alone. And it's part of their healing process to realize they're not alone and to meet other veterans and to be able to have some kind of companionship with them or some kind of somebody they can call. They can actually get on the phone and call someone and say, we talked the other day and, you made me think that I'm not alone in this and maybe you can help me with something. And it's remarkable what they get out of this. They always leave knowing a little bit more because the veterans help each other get um, the well-deserved benefits that they should have that they don't realize they have because a lot of them don't have computers.
Mm.
Well, a lot of them, and especially the Vietnam era veterans, the wives, not that women didn't serve, but most of it was the men. And a lot of them don't have computers and don't want to get on the computer. My husband's 78, Vietnam. No, he's not going to get on a computer. So they don't really know what's out there. So we bring someone into the farmers market from veteran services. They help them get the benefits that they deserve. We have other veterans talking to other veterans. And now at the same time, they're going to this farmers market, which is struggling in September because September, all the tourists go home. The tourists leave the state for the end of the summer. The kids go back to school, so the parents are concentrating on getting them new uniforms and baseballs instead of going to the farmers market and buying organic vegetables, which sometimes they just can't afford. So by doing it in September, we keep the farmers market vibrant and they really do so much for our veterans. They give them extra food and they show them how to cook it. And, it's just been wonderful. And this year, as an example, the farmers markets just in the month of September, so 4 weeks, 5 of them brought in an additional $40,000 thanks to the veterans. So
Wow.
we gave out that kind of money to the veterans.
That's
That's
fantastic.
basically what we do.
Yeah. Now, how do the veterans know about this? Is this just been over the years word of mouth, or how do you get the word out for veterans to come to them? Is it which
Well,
all the markets, or is it just certain specific ones?
Well, no, it actually started 5 years ago when my couple friends and I started the Rochester Farmers Market. So we wanted to do this at the same time because the veterans have always been something that's been near and dear to my heart. So I wanted to incorporate them somehow. So for the first 3 years, we did it word of mouth, and we only did Rochester, only did Stratford County. We contacted all the businesses. We asked for donations. We were not a nonprofit. And you couldn't ask for any grants. All we could do is basically ask the businesses to support this program. So last year we became a 501c3 charity, and which has helped us tremendously because now we can apply for a grant. However, with COVID hitting, we struggled last year making sure we had enough money to take care of all the veterans who wanted to come, and we added extra counties. So we're now in the Portsmouth Farmers Market, the Rochester Farmers Market, the Barnstead Farmers Market, the Sanford Farmers Market. We crossed the border into York, Maine, and we're also up in Littleton at the Littleton Farmers Market. They have quite a large veteran population up there, and a gorgeous farmers markets. So we get it out through word of mouth. Basically, the first week's always slow. The second week they double in numbers because they all tell their friends and they tell the VFW or the American Legion, even though we try to get the word out, coming from them personally, telling them that it's there and that they didn't have to jump through hoops to get it. They didn't have to prove any kind of income levels. This is for all veterans. This is a thank you to them. It's not based on need. It's based on thank you. That's it. So they come.
That is great. I love how you guys are giving back to the veterans, and it sounds like you have a program that's just exploded over the last couple of years.
It has. Plus, it's all the money stays local.
Mhm.
You know, when a farmer sells to the grocery store, he gets 30% of his profits. When they sell at a farmer's market, they basically get 100%, and that money stays local. And so it's like a little circle of love. Everybody gets a piece of it. The veterans get the recognition and the help they need and the fresh food. The farmers get the sales, and the money stays in town. So it works all the way around.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And how do you find, what are your major sources for money in being able to support this whole program? Do you generally have a couple major fundraisers? Do you just rely on people contributing on your website?
Well, last year was the first year we started fundraisers, and we had to cancel most of them because of COVID-19. So what we had planned for the money for 2020, it never materialized. You know, we're very grateful to the American Legions and the VFWs and individual people. I spend an awful lot of time sitting at a computer writing letters asking for money. You know, this is what we do. Can you help us out? And I mean, I'm not a grant writer. This is something all new to me. I've never done. I've run a business, but I've never run a nonprofit. So trying to find the right people that can help us out is crucial. And we spend a lot of time pounding the beat and making speeches and asking, just begging for money. So, and once they find out that it's not helping just the farmers or just the veterans, that it's what the whole program is, people are glad to pull it out of their pant pocket and say, here you go, let me help you. So it's nice. It works out good.
Amazing.
That's great. Lisa, do you have anything?
So for me, it's just, I'm just really blown away by that, how cool it is that you support local farms, you support local veterans, not only by giving them nutritious food, but by creating community. And that's something that I didn't even think about, you know, is how that happens. And I love the phrase circle of love, right? And then farmers can take that money back and use it to buy things locally, right? And you know, so everybody sort of wins along the way. What's the best way if people really want to learn more? You know, if we know veterans, if we know farmers, if we know people who want to support veterans and farmers and communities, what's the best way for them to get more information about your program?
The vouchersforveterans.org is our website. And we are working on it right now to change it, but it's up and running, and they can certainly donate there to Facebook, on Facebook. And, you know, of course, all donations are appreciated. And, you know, being small and really not known, it's so much more difficult trying to raise money than if we were an organization that's been around for years and years and years. It seems like everybody we go to, we have to start from scratch and explain to them what it is we do and how it affects everybody, not just a handful of people. It affects everybody. And it's just, you know, it's just a wonderful program, and when people give to this program, they can actually go to a farmer's market and watch their dollar. We're all volunteers. There's only 7 of us that run this program, and we're all volunteers. So every penny that we collect, besides printing costs, goes directly into the program. So, we need volunteers that can help us, that have some skills and maybe grant writing, or, something that's good board members. We need what everybody else needs. We need help.
Awesome. Well, it's not awesome that you need help, but awesome that you know what you need, and the work that you do is so fantastic that I can see why people would want to volunteer and want to participate. And hopefully maybe we can get some people who learn more about your program and can support you either through their time and resources or a financial contribution, or they may know veterans that would be grateful to participate in this.
Yes.
Part of the community. So
Yes, and most of them, even if they're not needing the fruits and the vegetables, even if they don't need them, they get so much out of this. For the first time in a long time, they feel like they've been appreciated and recognized by their own community. And I just read something, and I think it was the Military Times, that said only 8% of veterans feel that the public understand what it is they have done and the sacrifices they have made for our freedoms. 8%, that's a real sad number. It really is. So
yeah.
When we can do something like this for them without them having to purchase anything. There's a lot of organizations around, but most of them don't have the $100 to save 10. So this is totally free to them. And if there's 4 weeks a month, they get $80 for that month in vegetables and fruits and meats and fresh, and taught how to cook it. So, it works out well.
That's great.
That's fantastic. Well, we so appreciate that you've come with us and joined us today and to share about this amazing organization.
Thank you.
Tons of people learn about it through our sharing on our social media sites and things. And I sincerely wish you great success as you build for the next year. I can see why this is so valuable for the people that you serve.
It is. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, June.
All right.